Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Czarny and Fred, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is your pup's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give any correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give is a tug and let go on the training collar. That is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Czarny's going to come home with his very own training equipment, and you're going to be taught how to use that properly. Now he's sitting very nicely at Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done, and the first exercise that we're going to be demonstrating for you is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash without whipping you out of your shoes, and the command is Czarny heel. Each time that Fred stops his feet, Czarny's been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. We keep him motivated by talking to him during the heel, telling him he's a good boy, good heel. And then when you stop, he sits automatically. So when you stop to cross traffic or talk to a neighbor, he should be sitting nicely at your left and waiting for your next command. Now the next command that Fred's going to give is the sit stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. It's a command that you can practice indoors as well as outdoors, and it helps to develop self-control and focus. When Fred returns back to him, he walks all the way around him, which is difficult because some dogs don't like you behind them, and Fred returns right back to where they started at heel position, and then he tells him to heel again. And remember that each time you're going to do a new command, you have to tell Czarny what you want him to do, because he should be looking at you for direction. When he's not thrilled about doing obedience, I'm sure that he'll be better with you as far as enthusiastic. In fact, I'm afraid he'll be a little bit too enthusiastic. Fred gives him another sit stay. He turns at the end of his leash to face him. And this time, instead of returning to him, Fred is going to demonstrate the come on command. Fred praises him on the way in, and he's to come right in front and sit. And that eliminates him jumping all over you. And everything starts and stops at that heel position. I think Czarny's being a little bit difficult today because it's raining and the ground is wet. It's not to his liking, but it's just a dreary Tuesday, so he has to conform. Fred talks to him, encourages him. He's going to leave him in another sit stay, and we're going to demonstrate that come on command again. Fred uses his name, a happy tone, praises him on the way in, and then has him sit right in front, and he gets praised for sitting. He's done a really good job here at school. He's come a long way in a short period of time. We're very proud of his efforts. And we know that this is going to make him a lot easier for you to handle at home. And we'll be showing you how to use your commands in your everyday living situations as well. This is just a little drill video to show you what he's learned. Now the next exercise that we're going to demonstrate, Czarny's sitting at Fred's left. Fred's going to take his open left palm, push it straight down toward the ground, and give the one-word command to down and stay. Now your long down stay, again, is an exercise that you can practice indoors. And I want you to work that down stay all the way up to 5 minutes. He doesn't want to lay down because it's wet. He's a bit of a prima donna. Start out working with him for about 30 seconds and work all the way up to 5 minutes. Fred's going to heel him out of that, and we're going to attempt to do that again. He's being difficult with that command, and I do think it's the weather. You can see, obviously, that he knows it. Left open palm, and you can see him ignoring Fred. It's ridiculous. He kind of falls over, but it's a down, so it counts. And remember to lengthen this out when you're practicing at home. Fred returns all the way back to heel, and he heels him out of that. And the last exercise that we're going to be demonstrating for you is your down from a distance. And this is a harder down command because you're not right next to the dog. So Fred is going to leave him in a sit-stay. He's going to turn to face him. This time Fred's going to use his right hand to give the command. Now, when he does this to you, which trust me, he will, this is what you have to do. You can't give up. He has to complete the command as it was taught, and I know for a fact that he knows that down command and just decided today, when I turned the camera on, to give us a hard time. Now, we've demonstrated for you your heel, your automatic sit, your sit-stay, your down stay, your down from a distance, and your come. These are the exercises that you're going to be practicing with Czarny at home. We've enjoyed having him, and we will see you soon. Thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.